Portugal is a beautiful country, and that's why we moved here over 3 years ago. Of course, there's more than just that, and you can watch any of our videos detailing the dream that led to us living on the island of Madeira. Today, I want to talk about a place that could have been. For many, France is higher on the list of places to be than Portugal. And I have to admit, Portugal wasn't the first place in Europe that we dreamed of moving to. That would be Malaga, Spain. We were slow to accept France for the potential it had. So last year, we took a trip to France to see what it's all about. We've been to Paris plenty of times. We've got family there, but this time we made an adventure of exploring southwestern France. Bon dia, bonjour. We've made several videos on our France trip already. Somehow we haven't spoken about Bordeaux. We arrived in Bordeaux on our first day of the trip, but didn't get to experience the city until the very end of our month-long trip. We built a lot of expectations over the course of the trip, so let's go over how the Bordeaux held up. Before that, I am Alan. We are It'll Be Fun, the company that makes living the dream abroad a reality. We have a plethora of resources available on our website and professionals ready to help you. In addition, if you'd like to speak to us directly and others farther along on the same journey as you, join our monthly meetups on Patreon. As always, like, subscribe, and let us know your dream adventure and how you'd make it a reality. Bordeaux, near the western coast of France. It's the 9th largest city in France, but when including the surrounding areas, it's jumped up to 5th place. It's located in the heart of the wine country. You know what Bordeaux wine is, after all. What surprised me when I learned it is that the city itself only has 265,000 people in it. 40% of the city is marked as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with over 360 monuments, some dating back to Roman times. It's got some of everything and sits as a junction to the rest of southwest France. Once again, we find ourselves traveling. We do that a lot. Exploring new countries and researching the next location for a dream home. Big part of that is getting around to see these beautiful small towns or far apart cities. We use Discover cars for our car rentals. Each place we go, we know we will be just fine hopping into our rental car for a long journey that's ahead of us. For such an important part of any trip, you want a company with a trusted reputation and prompt communication. Discover Cars is exactly that. If you are looking for a car rental for your scouting trip or vacation, please use our affiliate link and let them know It'll Be Fun sent you. And give Discover Cars a shot. To tell you about what we thought of Bordeaux, I'd like to tell you about southwest France as a whole. Again, Bordeaux was the last stop on our trip. Southwest France is incredible. The land is gorgeous. I don't just mean the vineyards. The valleys and vistas are gorgeous all across the French countryside. We talked about Sarlat-de-Canada, Montpellier, Avignon, and Carcassonne. However, it's not just these high-profile cities and historical valleys that we loved. Just driving between cities was gorgeous, and accidental stops yielded amazing results. An example is the Albi Cathedral, which we didn't know was a special thing to see until after happening upon it while getting some bread and cheese. Anyway, the point of this is saying that France truly has lots to see and do, and is the place that people dream of. Wolf couldn't get over just how friendly everybody was. The stereotype for French people isn't great. Thankfully, it just isn't true. We found friendly faces wherever we went. This brings us back to Bordeaux, or to the vineyards just nearby. When we first arrived to France, we drove through Bordeaux and spent our first stop of the trip in the St. Emilion region. We stayed at an Airbnb where the owner cheerfully greeted us. He was so nice and set the tone for the whole trip. The key of it is we could imagine ourselves living there. It was a dream. Footsteps from the Dordogne River, a 5-minute drive from the beautiful city of Saint-Emilion. World-famous vineyards surrounded us, and we could spend each morning sipping a coffee in the morning mist. And the history was oozing. As we walked through Saint-Emilion, we happened upon a view down over the main square. At that viewpoint, there was a sign explaining that we were standing upon the ramparts of an ancient 11th century monolithic church. The town itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Saint-Emilion itself has 1,700 people living in it. Vignonet, where we were, only has 500. These towns are small, but our brief time there was magical. And for what it's worth, you are under 15 minutes from Libourne, a larger town, and under an hour from Bordeaux. So this beautiful area would just be a short drive away if you were living in Bordeaux. So what else does the Bordeaux area offer? Well, we mentioned that Bordeaux was both the start and end of our trip, right? Bordeaux has a nice airport and many nice train lines leading to it, so it's perfect as a launching pad to see the rest of France and Europe. And it's near the west coast of France, so it's an hour drive from the ocean. This is great and all, but if everything is an hour away, is that really worth it? Is there anything to do in the city itself? Yes, there is. Bordeaux has a lot going on in the city itself. I mentioned the Dordogne River earlier. A connected river, the Garonne, runs through the heart of the Bordeaux. Something cool about these rivers is that they are tidal, meaning they can change directions. I actually have footage of this from the Vignonet. But for Bordeaux, the river makes for a great gathering area, with wide, beautiful promenade running through its whole length. It was nice starting out the day by the river, just having a talk. People would be going on their morning runs, and we had to fight for a bench to sit on. And not just the promenade, but the Pont du Pierre. A beautiful stone bridge, popular among tourists, crosses the Garonne, called Pont du Pierre. There's a lot to see and do in Bordeaux, from the Place de la Poisse to the Place de la Quinones, where a festival is taking place. Of course, there's the Basilique St. Michael. After walking out to see the Place de Victoire, we made our way to the Basilique St. Michael. It was under construction, but after sitting down to eat some delicious lunch, we went inside and were left in awe all the same. There was a lot to see, and we honestly couldn't see all of it in the time that we had available to us. And with a lot being pretty parks and lovely squares, it makes for a nice place to live, not just to visit once. So what about living in Bordeaux? Is it affordable? Is it nice? Is it safe? Would we do it? So Bordeaux is a city of about 265,000 people. It has as many people as the entire island of Madeira, and with everything that we've seen, we know we wouldn't get bored there. We've already told you about Montpellier and Toulouse, and Bordeaux ranks better for safety than either one of them. It's a safe country, and even though Portugal ranks better, France is plenty safe. France ranks great for healthcare and is significantly more affordable than the US. So on all metrics, Bordeaux fits what we were looking for 4 years ago. Regarding affordability, all the places we visited on our month in France, Bordeaux was among the most expensive to stay in. A 2-bedroom apartment could be found from 1,300 euros in a desirable area. Bordeaux is nice, as in the climate is very nice. We were there in October and it was jacket weather. With Bordeaux sitting in the heart of the wine country, the summers will be warm. Overall, Bordeaux will be comfortable, temperate climate, only rarely hitting any kind of extremes. So, could we live in Bordeaux? Yes, I think we could. But we are happy here on the beautiful island of Madeira. It's our home now, and we wouldn't have it any other way. Does this sound like the life you've been dreaming of? It absolutely is achievable, and we're here to help you make it happen. Visit us at www.it'llbefunretirement.com to explore our Ultimate Moving Abroad program, a step-by-step guide to relocating anywhere in the world. Sign up for our newsletter to get tips, updates, and insights about expat life. Join us for monthly online meetups at www.patreon.com wise.prf.hn/it'll be fun to connect with like-minded adventurers, or schedule a one-on-one consultation to start designing your dream life abroad. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your thoughts, questions, or your own expat dreams. We'd love to hear from you. Retiring, or simply living life on your terms, doesn't have to stay a dream. It's closer than you think. Start planning, start dreaming, and let's make it happen together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.